And yet again, Colonel Fork, how you doing, my friend? You were the very first person who ever watched me when I was streaming, when I started streaming last year, and you're now the very first person to watch me streaming when I start again this year. And here we have Jay Winokur as well. Greetings, guys. I tell you what, it's an absolute Oh, and look who it is. Kendra. Hi, Seamus. Just came home from work now, Darren. If I'm lucky, you are still on. I just started, actually. And, wow. I tell you what, guys, this is awesome. Honestly, it's like I've been meaning to start streaming every day. You know, get back into streaming. I never do it. And I don't know. It just you got to be in the mood. As I'm sure all you guys and girls out there agree. But honestly, this is wonderful. Carol Fort, Jay Winokur, and Kendra all there on my first day since June last year, I think. So very well welcome. And it's quite interesting, Kendra, because I'm actually going to be and here we have Scott. How are you doing, buddy? Honestly, this is like meeting up with old friends. This is awesome. This is awesome. And no worries, Colonel Fork. He says, we missed your streams. Sad I can't stay long. You know what, mate? Just the fact that you put by, say hello. And thank you very much for the resubscription as well. Wow. I feel like I've never been away. This is wonderful. Thank you. Really, thank you. This is great. So, as I was started to say there, before I got overly excited because you guys are just making me feel so welcome here. And Jay Whitaker, thank you, mate. I was actually stalking on your streams the other day, JW. I was, I don't know. I've been. You know how it goes, my friend. You know, life sometimes gets in the way, and you're just not in the mood for chatting or talking, or not to be too dramatic, but you get the point. And yeah, I was actually lurking on one of your streams the other day. Then the adverts kicked in, and I need to subscribe back to you guys as well. So. Honestly, I'm excited already. You know what? I could close this stream right now and I would be absolutely happy. Wow. I'm like a little kid in the sweet shop. Thank you, guys. Honestly, I'm amongst old friends here. So, as I was saying, and I'm still all excited, and thank you, I'm actually in Germany. And the thing about this route that I'm going to be on, or route as you prefer, is it was created in 2012. Yes, there's a lot of mistakes on it. Yes, there's a lot of errors. And Kendra, off to dinner. No worries, Kendra. I'll catch you a bit later, my friend. And yeah, so there's lots of issues with it. But you know what? It costs $9. So I'm more than happy with it. Remember those red signals, says Scott. Yes. And Colonel Fort needs to get back to streaming himself between moving and unpacking and such. Haven't had time or energy. Yeah, you know what, Colonel, that's exactly it. You've got to be in the right frame of mind, haven't you, mate? You know, you've got to just have your mindset that you're going to stream because you need to be relaxed. It's like my heart was pounding like a good one before I even started today. It's I almost felt like I was talking to Vatsam again, you know? It was like, but wow. Yeah, honestly, you know, I've got a little bit of scotch here and I'm going to give you guys a big toast for just making me feel so welcome again. Thank you. Cheers, everybody. So. It's cheap scotch, actually, but I can afford cheap scotch, and it's still scotch. I think it's Johnny Walker Red Label. So, where are we? So, we're on the Ruhr-Sieg line, and we're going to be using the Deutsche Bahn BR 101, actually, and it's called Sleep Tight. I don't know if there's any problems with this route, but I've had a wee play of it, and everything seems to be working okay. Please let me know if the audio levels are good or bad, because again, I haven't streamed since June last year and I've been messing about with a lot of things. And there's Scott with a subscription for 2 months in a row. Wow, thanks, my friend. You guys really know how to make somebody feel welcome, don't you? You know, I hope all is well with you, Scott. We just quick change of subject. We had like 12 inches of snow here. And yeah, we weren't expecting that either. I know last year you guys had, was it last year or the year before, when you guys had that severe storm? Time flies. Kane! Oh my word. Last year, yeah. Kane, wow, there's a name from the past. I hope you're well, mate. And thank you for jumping on. And I tell you what, I've just been telling everybody that I haven't streamed since June last year. I've been meaning to get back into it, but between computers breaking down and just life, just things getting in the way. And yeah, and I'm bouncing around like a big kid in a sweet shop here at the moment, just because you guys are just make me feel so welcome again. So, this is wonderful. I've been streaming for 5 minutes and I'm still on the opening stream. So, we're going to be on the Ruhr-Sieg line, and we're going to be using the Deutsche Bahn BR101. I was explaining that this is from 2012. Yes, there's issues with it, but it's a lot of fun, so let's get going. But German signals are so much different to American and Britain, and in fact the rest of Europe. Listen, here we go. So good morning. You need to do a good job today. It's not often that we get a Eurocity passing through. Make sure the passengers arrive well rested. Yes, okay. So let's make sure my controls are working. Excellent, they are. So there's no time limit on this. Let me just pull up the task list. There's no time, it just says pick up the passengers from Verdal 2, so it looks like that's all we've got to do at the moment. So let's go outside and let's have a quick look at the front. I want to make sure the lights come on, so let's turn the lights on. There we go, and I think we're good to go. Driver's cab. Right. Oh, and I tell you what, one thing I was noticing, have a look at this. Yeah, I put up with this for like 5 days. You can probably see how blurry the screens are, and I thought, what the heck is it? And it's all to do with the graphics set. So I just press Control Shift F1. I don't know what it is, whether it's bloom or dynamic lighting or what it was, but they don't actually do anything anyway. This one here, the screen on the left actually just shows you the current that you're using. But I'm not going anywhere, am I? So let's let all the brakes off. Put the reversers forward and let's get moving. One thing that this does do, Kane says, Kettlefork, let me get back. Kettlefork says, alright Seamus in chat, off to work for the day, glad to see you back, ciao for now. Take care Colonel, as always mate, pleasure to see you. Kane says, can't stay long, stuff to do, I'll stay for as long as I can. No worries guys, honestly, it is really nice to chat again with old friends, so. And I need to get this train moving. You guys have really made me feel relaxed. And Viper Strike. Now there's a name as well. Wow, Viper Strike. It's always a pleasure, mate. Long time no see. Happy to see you on the stream again. You know, Viper, thank you, mate. And I've been lurking on your streams as well, mate. I sometimes sit in the background, not chatting, but yeah, I've been watching your streams, and I do need to get a bit more active on yours as well. So let me know, guys, if the train sound is too loud compared to my voice, and I'll adjust it, because again I haven't been streaming for such a long time. Right, and I'm already speeding, so too busy looking at the chat. There we go, blame the chat. So this train has dynamic braking. What it means is basically using the engine to slow it down. Pitch perfect, thank you sir. So I'm just going to use dynamic braking, that'll slow us down, get it under 40. And Train Simulator 2022, which is what the simulator is, I've actually turned down the points scoring because I really don't care about points. And it can actually just, I don't know, you can actually end up with nothing. And I, you know, if you speed or brake too hard or do something, you end up with nothing. And I'm thinking, well, I don't really care about points. So here we go, we're in a 40. Let's get rid of the interface and let's have a quick look outside. Look at that. Beautiful. I like to say this train, really, the train and the route all comes from 2012. So it's an old one, but I like it. I like it a lot actually. And as you can see, there's a Pantalina there, so it's an electric train. There we go, we're in 100 now. And before you ask, no, I have not learned the route. Some of the simulator drivers, they actually route learn, and it's what, oh look at the digger in the back. How cool is that? You know, they actually learn where to brake, where to stop, where all the speed signs are. I don't have the patience for it, so I can just about remember which button to press. So we're still in 100 and we're going to 120, so let's get this thing going. And one thing I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of the buttons don't... Oh, look at that. Coming to a 120. Right, I'm just going to check OBS here, so bear with me. Doesn't seem so bad. CPU usage 4%. Frames missed. Let me just do a quick reset on that. I think we're good. Right, so what's our speed limit here? And I think I'm probably already speeding, I think, actually. Oh yeah. That's why I turn all the points up, because again, I enjoy it. It's a bit like this is a train set. And you play it as you want to. You know, I'm not really into getting everything accurate. I'd like to get it accurate, but I don't have all data set on every single route. And trust me, I've got a lot of routes here. A lot of routes, a lot of trains. I just play it the way that I like to, and just enjoy it. So these markers that you see, the 3, 2, 1, and that sign on the right, you notice it's like a diagonal. That's called the distance signal. And it's telling you what the main signal ahead is showing. So the main signal ahead should show a single green, hopefully anyway. So Kane has a question. Why is there a speed limit for a train track when you're only going the one way? You know what, Kane, that's a good question, but I think a lot of it's to do with speed over junctions, bends in the track, things like that. Also, there's probably railroad crossings that you have to be able to stop for, and as well as that, there's what's called how far ahead you can see on the track. You know, these speed limits are basically based around all of that. And oh, have a look at this one on the right. See the little white dot? The little white dot, that's a repeater, so it's repeating what the next signal is going to show. But yeah, really, that's what it is. But some of them don't make any sense to me, to be honest. I'm speeding again. Oh, there's a novelty. And I missed that sign, so I can't tell you what it was. But yeah, look at these crossings and tracks and all the rest of it, you know. And again, sometimes you're going through stations as well, and maybe the track isn't meant for high speed. But one thing to notice is this is in kilometres. So we're doing 140 kilometres, which is about 85 miles an hour. But very nice to see you, Keen. How you been keeping, mate? What you been up to? Viper Strike, on the other hand, Viper Strike is on every single streamer that I know. He's a very active young chap, so we all know what Viper's up to. He's always flying around in his aircraft, building up those hours. Alright, so we're still in a 140. Yeah, like I said, none of these buttons actually do, these indicators. If this one comes on, I don't know what it means. I need to probably get Kendra to translate it. But these are the ones I don't actually know if they do anything or not. And most of these buttons and levers don't do anything. But just to repeat what I said earlier, this is a scenario and... not a scenario, it's a route and a locomotive and train from 2012. But I like it. You know, let's have a quick look outside. Make sure we're doing good. Yeah, so a quick look out here. Look at this. Keen says he's not doing too bad, haven't really gotten up to anything apart from flight sim, and he went to Dublin. And there's Dougal McTavish. Dougal, you should have saw me 10 minutes ago, mate. In fact, was it 10-15 minutes ago? I was like a little kid in a sweet shop. I decided to start streaming again. I've been thinking about it for so long, And today I thought I actually needed a little scotch before I started. I was a little bit nervous, a bit like stage fright. And who do we have? We have Kane, Viper Strike, Kendra, Scott, yourself, you know. And it's like, you guys have all just made me feel so welcome getting back to streaming again. So, and JW, of course, how can I forget JW and Colonel Fork? Oh, and Chill Corky. I missed that, buddy. How you doing? Honestly, guys, you really make me feel welcome here. Thank you very much for joining in. The gang's all here, says JW. Yes. The Scotch, yeah. Is that uh-oh Scotch or oh Scotch? So probably could be a little bit of both. Call it a little bit of Dutch courage. And have a look at this. Have a look at this. How many of us have sat on a train? You know, I just love it. Love these views. Oh, and it's so funny. I had no idea I still had the stream elements telling you to take a short break. And that's actually quite valid, because I find myself sitting here for 8 hours at a time, and then I wonder why my leg gets swollen, you know. It's because I've cut all the blood off to it. Anyway, let's jump back in the cab, see what we're doing. I think we have to stop somewhere. Where are we? We've got 24 kilometres to go before we need to do a stop. Be very nice to see you, Dougal. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Bear with me, just on the keyboard. Have a song to yourself there while I fiddle about here. Can't type and stream and drive a train. I'm not that good yet. MCTABH. Huh. Yeah, I'm pressing buttons, yeah. Yeah, I never pretend to be able to do more than one thing badly at a time. So let's have a quick look at the speed limit, and I think I'm way under actually. Oh yeah, 10 mile an hour, or 10 kilometers an hour, which is only about 6 miles. That's good. Yeah, try to press buttons, Dougal. Maybe there's another way. Okay, one last attempt and I'll get back to you guys. Sorry about this. Right, okay, yep. Completely pointless typing on the keyboard, so you can just ignore everything. In fact, that doesn't even make any sense, does it? I was going to say, ignore everything that I was thinking about, as if you guys are going to know what I'm thinking about. Just forget the past 5 minutes. Okay, so Dougal McTavish says, just reinstalled one. Oh my word. Dougal. Oh man. Yeah, because for those of you guys that know Pilot Peely, he had to do a complete reinstall of Windows because his gaming services just refused to work no matter how many times he did something with it. It just sounds like Dougal. Yeah. What was the symptoms, Dougal, if I can ask? It just reinstalled Windows, now starting his FS install. Man, sorry to hear that, buddy. Right, let's have a look how far we got to go here. What have we got? Estimated time of arrival, so we've got about 10 minutes and we're still on 120. Let's speed this up. Asus drivers refused to install. Oh, okay. Man, you know, I used to always say that I've never fixed anything by having to do a complete reinstall on my machine, but lately lately it seems to be the way forward, mate, doesn't it? You know, which is sad, because it's like you can spend countless days doing it. And I know, Dougal, from our past, how many times you've had problems with Windows. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Alright, we got a countdown. 300, 200, what's coming around the corner? Alright, so that there is a distance signal showing 2 greens. The distance signals in Germany only have green or yellow. They don't have red on it, so you actually have to read what the colours are. So here we go, and this one now is a repeater. So the repeater is also showing that at the head is 2 greens. So Dougal says left me with 4 or 5 yellow exclamation marks in device manager. Wow, could you, wow. Could you, did you, you know what, I apologise, you probably already tried, you know, doing a deinstall in the device manager, but man. That's, sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, oh yeah. You're becoming a tech guru, Dougal, with all the problems that you've been having. And it looks like I need to change the timer on my stream elements as well. Make sure to take a short break. Yeah. Microsoft hates me. Nah, hates everybody, mate. It's not. No, I was joking with someone earlier on today about how people love to hate Microsoft, and it's you know the thing about the difference between Microsoft PC, well, not Microsoft, between PCs and Macs is Macs are a one-off. You know what I mean? Nobody really, you know, you don't build your own Mac, do you? You know, and it's a known quantity. Whereas PCs, there's probably no 2 PCs the same, and that I think probably causes a lot of the problems as well. Everybody has their own software in there, their own BIOS versions that they update it to, their own drivers. I'm sure it's quite a lot to keep track of, actually. Yeah, stream elements I need to put on a timeout. It keeps telling you what to do there. Take a break, music provided, allow you to join us, Discord, blah blah blah. I'm spamming my own stream. So for those of you that are watching, thank you. Whether you're lurking or chatting, I very much appreciate you joining me here. To use the words of many a streamer, I'm not here to show you how to drive a train, good or indifferently. I'm just actually having fun with Train Simulator 2022 on a very old 2012 German route and the Deutsche Bahn 101 train. So thank you very much for keeping me company. Let's have a quick look at the interface actually. Oh, we're in 100. Guess who's speeding? Right, so what's this sign come? Oh, it's not a sign, it's lights. And I guess I need to actually figure out when I'm stopping. 6 minutes. Yeah, and this train has a very, very sloppy brakes. I'm not sure if that's the correct phrase or not, but it's very difficult to stop. I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Well, I've figured out how to do it, I just don't do it very well. So repeater says we got a green coming up. And if any of you guys watch Dadrail, he's a great guy. He actually tells you that in real life they actually call out the signals that ahead, so it's a bit like it emphasises what you're looking at. And I know they do it in Germany, in Japan as well. So here we are, we've got remote is green, head is green. So Viper says, Seamus, my historical flight from Berlin to Beijing follows the Trans-Siberian Railway. Also flew over Lake Baikal, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, as well as, and it's massive. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Right, let's see where we are, guys. Oh, look, I'm speeding. Okay. And that's the thing, that's why I took the points off. You can do 1 mile over, and it'll start deducting points like nobody's business. So we've got 5 minutes. So I'm going to keep the... oh, look at that. Look at that scenery. Forget the speeding sign, just look at the scenery. And again, remember, guys, this is from... I've said guys about a dozen times there. This is from 2012. Love it. And one thing you may have noticed is I don't actually have any music, and the reason being is I like to hear the sound of the train, you know. Look at that. Alright, Dougal, you take care, my friend. And thank you for stopping by, mate. Very kind of you. Right, so time to focus, I guess. I got just over 4 minutes before we pull it in the first station, and the task list says we pick up the passengers, which means I need to remember to open the doors. Silly thing to say, but trust me, I've forgotten a few times. So we have a green. We're still at 100. Let's keep going. Yeah, so I've got the background. It's not the background. It's a Stream Elements music provided by Stream Beats, but I'm not playing any music, so. I could sound the horn as well, actually, here. There we go. A bit feeble, but... And that's another thing. If you sound the horn when you're not supposed to, again, Train Simulator 2022 will deduct points from you. But you know what, again, it's like any simulator out there. It really depends on how you want to play it. I like to try and be accurate, but I also like to just have a bit of fun. And I don't mean going stupid. You know, I am actually trying to stay within the speed limit. You know, and I will try and do it properly. But you know, if I speed a wee bit too much or don't stop properly at the platform, it doesn't ruin it for me, you know. That's why I enjoy this route. A lot of people don't like it because of the faults within it, but for me it's like I'm not looking to find fault with it. I guess I really do need to speed up a wee bit, otherwise I'm going to be never going to get there, am I? Yep, thank you Stream Elements, we know, take a short break, blah blah blah, thank you. And again, a very big thank you to Scott and Colonel Falk for the resubscriptions there. That's really, really very kind of you. I do plan on streaming a bit more often. Whether or not I get back to scheduling, and when I say back to, I never did schedule, so it's a little bit of a... I'm contradicting myself here, but I don't know. I don't like to schedule. I like to stream when I feel like doing it. You know, we all have things like, you know, that go on. Like tomorrow I've got a dental appointment. I'd hate to sort of not stream and then sort of cancel it because I have a dental appointment. So I just to, you know, and whoever shows up, and that's, and as long as you're having, I'm on a good day, that's all that really matters. Right. So let's have a look. What have we got? We got 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes to go. Here we go. Yeah, and I seem to be peaking a wee bit on the microphone as well, so again, let me know if there's any distortion, you know, just I can turn that down as well. Again, I'm like sitting hunched over my keyboard here a wee bit, so not my usual relaxed, composed self, as they say. But yeah, you know, getting on the microphone, it really is, it's like being a radio DJ, you know, you're on your own, and you know, I don't know, it just, for me it makes me a little bit nervous. Again, it's a bit like getting on VATSIM. We all have, I'm saying we all, some of us have that fear of, you know, pressing the microphone and talking, and yeah, my heart was pounding a little bit, I don't mind admitting, but yeah, just seeing all you guys just joining me here for the stream, and like I said, it looks like we've got some people in the chat as well that are, not in the chat, in the stream, that are just lurking there, and just want to say again, a very big thank you for coming along, you know, very nice of you. Oh, and I need to stop here. Right, so let me see, what have we got? We got just over under 2 miles. Wish me luck. And if I don't talk, it's because I'm gritting my teeth. So, and I'll tell you what I'm doing actually. So that platform looks tiny compared to the length of the train if you looked at it in the bottom HUD. So, alright, we're still good for the lights. So I'm going to give it full dynamic braking, and again that's using engine braking, and see if that'll get us down, which I probably left it a little bit too late. Alright, and what I'm doing now is the train braking, or locomotive braking, not the train. Yeah, there's a lot of guesswork on here. Again, I've got to stop saying again. So, and guys, I'm like, that's 2 words I've got to miss out my next stream. Guys and again. I try to move around the different trains in different scenarios, so I don't really learn enough to drive these trains properly. And this is not going to stop in time, I don't think. But I've still got the train brake, and the train brake is the entire train. Oh, you know what? Could this actually work? Am I going to amaze myself? And everyone else in the stream, of course. Because normally what I like to try and do is 27 mile an hour roughly at the beginning of the platform, and look at that, we're at 28. Wow. Wow. Okay. See, but you see what I mean? It does take a while to slow down, but right, I'm now going to add the locomotive braking. Oh. Right, now I need to open the doors. Why are we not moving? Wrong camera. There we go. Right, let's open the doors and let's get these guys and girls off the train. Where's the door button? Wow. Oh, look at that. They've all got these fleece jackets on. Well, I suitably impressed myself there. Right, so let's take the dynamic braking lever off. Let's take the locomotive brake, which is just the engine at the front. The way that I remember it, and I know it sounds a little bit funny, is that I could never remember whether the train brake was the whole thing or not, and I'm thinking a train is you know, like a... Yeah, there's another 5 minutes. Ignore that. Ignore that. I'll try to think of a way to explain it. Anyway, there we go. Door shut. I've lost my train of thought there, so all good. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, so as I was saying, the locomotive is the front part, the power part around here, the engine, and the train is the entire train, the length of the train. That's what I was trying to say, and I said it very badly. Right, let's get back in. And we're on a 120, so let's get the speed up. I've never actually been past this point. I had a quick test earlier, and so you'll have to bear with me if I... Hopefully I won't run through any red lights. It's one thing I definitely don't try and do. So that red light is on the other line, that's good. I hope it's on the other line. Okay, so one thing that we can do is we can actually pull up the map, center on player. And from what I can gather, I don't actually need to do anything with... Yes, we're good with lights and junctions, I think. Green light. And there's the mile marker 410. I don't think on this scenario I actually have to do anything other than try and stick to the speed limit. But you see what I mean? 1 mile over and it starts flashing at you. And if I had points set up, then I'd be losing points like nobody's business. Alright, task list, what do we got? 20 kilometres. And that's probably going to take us about 10 minutes with this speed, so... Let's get through this 140. The one thing about route learning is you would learn where all the speed limits are. And, because so far... Oh, there we go. See that on the right hand side? The 1.4, that meant 140 kilometres. But I can't actually accelerate until the rear of the train gets past it. So let's maybe... There we go, marker 410. Should be good there. And I always sound the horn when I go into a tunnel, don't ask me why. I'm sure there's lots of experts out there that know all the reasons for doing things, and again, I'm just playing this the way that I like to play it. Right or wrong. And speeding again. Right. A little bit dynamic braking, we should be good to go. So I hope everybody out there that's watching is having a grand day. And what time is it? So I've got here, it's just about 1 o'clock local here. And hopefully you can't hear too much noise outside. They're actually digging up the road. Actually making holes in the road. Now I'm not sure if they're fixing a broken pipe or laying a new pipe. I'm not quite sure what they're doing, but hopefully the noise isn't carrying through the microphone here. Alright, there we go, let's get rid of the interface. So one thing I do need to try and keep an eye on, so here we go, we're at 300 metres to, and we got the distance signal says we're on a green, mile marker 440, or kilometre marker probably in Germany. But so far so good, I think. So one thing that I was reading about this is there are some broken scenarios. You know, for your $10, as I said, that's all it costs, $10. You get, I think, like 5 trains a route and 8 or 10 scenarios. I could have a look, but I'm not quite sure how many it is. But you get quite a lot of things for your money. But again, the quality isn't there. It's an old route and train. I do have the 101 and British Rail 101, which I think is from 2016, but this one again, when I say the date, I'm talking about that's when it was developed by the software guys. So there we go, remote says green, got a green going forward, and I need to pick the speed up a wee bit. Oh, we're dropping to 100, probably just as well. And there's the dynamic brakes kicking in. Oh, looks like I almost made it. Let me see what it says. Yeah, almost made it. Nice. Yeah, 2 mile over. That's fine. But yeah, let me just show you again. This is something that I was looking at earlier. Yeah, that there. You see all that glare on those monitors? And I actually thought it was a driver issue, but it wasn't. It was a setting within the within the train simulator. And I think it's the bloom setting. But yeah, you couldn't even read what was on there. It was rather annoying, because let me show you something else. In the carriage view, have a look at the guy's shirt when I do that. Yeah, the guy was glowing in the dark, you know, it was like radioactive guy. So yeah, I'm glad I found out how what was causing that anyway. And again, to get rid of it, it's just Control Shift F3 or F1 rather. There we go. Right. Well, so far I don't think I've made too many mistakes on here. A little bit of speeding. But one thing about this scenario, what did I call it? It's actually on the stream description. Bear with me, what did I say? Hang on. So there we go. I went to look at something, Kendra pops back in, and I've completely forgotten what I was thinking about. As I said, I do a lot of things badly. So Kendra, as I said, my friend, it's always a pleasure to see you. It's been ages since I saw you, and it's always nice to see you back on here, you know. So thank you very much for taking a little bit of time out your day, because I know how busy you are. Right, so it's the you love your questions. Oh, what did I call it? Hang on. It's the Ruhr-Sieg line in Germany. Don't ask me where that is, though. Yeah, and it's the train is the Deutsche Bahn 101. So I think I pronounced that right. Ruhr-Sieg, S-I-E-G, Ruhr-Sieg line. I think so. Mind you, that's only one syllable each. You know, you know. Don't ask me to pronounce some of the longer words. But I am speeding again. Let's get that back down. Yeah, this is like an overnight sleeper, and the customers actually give you a rating at the end of this run, which I have never finished. I've never actually got this far in it before. I tested it yesterday. Yes, they do, Scott. Actually, Scott was asking if they have the ICE trains, and they actually have some for this route, I think. But don't quote me on that. Here's the thing, I love trains, but I'm not a train enthusiast. And I'm doing 77 and a 120, so let's have a look. So Kendra says, you're very welcome, and I take that as a compliment that you forget things when I jump back into chat. Hey, I like it. Oh, you know what? I've got the brakes on. Here's me reading your chat with the brakes full on. It is a compliment, Kendra. And Jepson 2001. Wow. This is wonderful. This is wonderful, honestly. Thank you very much, guys. To repeat myself, I was telling everybody earlier I was feeling a wee bit nervous jumping back in again. You know, a bit like talking to VATSIM for the first time. And you guys have just made me feel so welcome. So, again, just a very, very big thank you. All my old friends. I call you guys all my old friends. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. I'm glad you guys are not the sort in the chat that go, you're speeding, you're too slow, you're speeding, you're too slow, because you'll be there all day. Oh! Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I was just mentioning earlier, Kendra, that Stream Elements, I'm actually spamming my own stream with Stream Elements here. I think I need to change the timers on that. So, and Scott says, we don't care what your speed is, we just care that you are here. You can remove the grin. I'm going to take that serious, Scott. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it looks like I missed a question from Scott to Kendra. Oh right, the overnight trains were not as fun. Tried to sleep in the cabins around were full of college students. Yeah. So it looks like Kendra's saying that she did once overnight from Sicily, never again. Right, I need to slow down, we got 100 coming up. Yeah, to me, you're simply active driving. Yeah, I did a lot of overnights when I was younger, and it's like you can sleep anywhere when you're a kid, to be honest. When I say younger, I was when I joined the army. It was the only way I got around because I never had a car. Active driving, as I like to call it, yeah. Right, let's have a quick look outside. Look at that. Like I'm saying, from a route from 2012. You're never going to hear me complain. Well, you're never going to hear me complain anyway. It's not why I stream. You know, if I want to hear somebody complain, I'll go on Facebook or something. You know, there's enough people moaning on there about something or other. And if you ever guys ever see me complain, please let me know and I'll stop. Because it's like I know that Diesel Dan. Oh my word! Did I just wake everybody up here? It's like, wow. And Diesel Dan, everybody. He's a gentleman who many of you know from Murphy's streams. And hang on, when do I need to stop? Oh, hang on, emergency brakes. Wish me luck. Wish me a lot of luck. All right, everybody, get the Safeways carrier bags outside and do some air braking here. You see, I was blaming Ken. Oh, look at that. Have I? Wow. Oh my goodness. I thought I was... Oh my goodness. I almost... Diesel Dan, yeah, he says concentration hasn't gotten any better. No. You know, it's so funny, Dan, because streaming is like... It really is. It's like you're focused more on the chat than what you're doing. And rather than the chat distracting you from the stream distracts you from the chat. Right, let's get stopped here. I've got to let people out. So bear with me. Look at this. You know. Right, let's get those doors open. There we go. Kenra still can't sleep anywhere. I was twice so exhausted at work I took boxes, made them flat and started sleeping under the desk. I've been there many a time, Kendra. I tell you, I've been there many a time. So, for your information, Dan actually also has Train Simulator World and Train Simulator 2022, which is what this is. And this is an old route from 2012, Dan. It's the Ruhr-Sieg line, and it costs like $9. And you get 5 trains, 8 scenarios, and yeah, I just thought I'd give it a go the other day, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it for $9. Yeah, I got to stop saying $9. I'm not an American. $9, and yeah. But Diesel Dan actually has at long last forgiven me for spending all his money on train simulators. So brakes off, and let's get this thing moving. And I'm going to sound the horn just because I can. There you go, trying to make me spend money. You know, that was a good catch actually, but this is only $9. But yeah, you know, it has its faults, Dan. Like I'm saying, it's from 2012. Which I've mentioned many times already on the stream. I need to change my something or other. I don't know. Insert a word there or a sentence. Train of thought. Change my train of thought. No pun intended. Right. Yeah, this guy has never moved. I think he's glued to the seat. But Dan, here's the thing. I was showing everybody this earlier. See, look at that. See the guy's glowing in the dark? And I had no idea that was a graphics setting. I thought it was to do with the NVIDIA drivers on my graphics card. And I do press Control Shift F1. I think it's either bloom or dynamic lighting. I can't quite remember which one it is. But alright, we're up to 120. So Dan said he's into truck sims at the moment. Yeah. That's another thing that myself and Dan do. We're into Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator. That's what I love about this, and I'm going to say community, because I include everybody that sims. Most guys and girls are into more than one simulator. You know, even if you're into flight sim, you know, a lot of people are into FSX or X-Plane or MSFS. You know, and it's like you generally get people that are interested in more. And I know I'm speeding. Note to self: stop announcing that you're speeding, because everyone in the chat can see you're speeding. So keep them diesels trucking. Yeah, says Jepson. So Jepson, I hope you're doing well, mate. It's been many months since we last spoke. I hope everything's all well with you and yours, mate. And Happy New Year to everybody, because other than Dougal, who lives on Twitch, I haven't actually seen you guys for such a long time, so thank you for stopping by. And Diesel Dan, okay, emphasis on I, that means you, Dan. You spent a fortune last month on Train Sim DLC, so I had nothing to do with that. Not one single thing to do with that there, mate. Oh, and I'm doing 120, didn't know it. Right, task list, where do we go? We've got 10 kilometers, so I need to keep my eyes open. Yeah, you know what, Dan, I've got a bad habit. Every time there's a sale, I jump into Steam and do find -9 to see if there's anything with 90% off, then -8, -7, -6, and until I find stuff that's on sale that I don't have, then I go buying it. It's addictive. And now, for once, I'm actually getting a chance to use the DLC. Happy New Year. Yep. Thank you, Kendra, and I hope this year is treating you a little bit better than previous years, Kendra, because again, everybody, Kendra is such a star. She works many hours, very stressful work, and I'll keep her work to myself unless she wants to announce it, but she has my respect, and I know how busy you are, Kendra, so Happy New Year to you, buddy. So what are the moving bars from right to left in the display counting backwards? Are you talking about, let me take it, this thing here? That thing there? That I'm flashing on and off? It's like a heads-up display. It's a limited interface. It shows you the speed that you're doing, and these numbers that are counting backwards are the distance to the next set of lights. So here we've got 1.2 kilometers to the next lights. You see in the middle there. So I try and run with it off, but to be honest, whether it's on or off, it doesn't really matter to me, because I have to keep flashing it back on to figure out where I am anyway. But that's what it is, Kendra. Yeah. And there's also a full interface. There's the full one, and see, it actually shows you where, yeah, the passengers are going to complain here, but there's the throttle. There's the train brake, and this bit in the middle is called the reverser. So it just depends on what sort of interface that you want. If I knew the route like the back of my hand, I could probably turn it off, but I don't. So task list, what do we got? 5 kilometers. And what happens with the next lights? I'm not following your question, Kendra, sorry. It's actually just showing you where they are so you keep an eye on it, because here we go, this one here is a remote, or yeah, is a repeater. The one with the white dot was a repeater. Let me see if this matches up. So 0.5 kilometer. Yeah, so it might only be showing the main lights, because here we've got the distance signal is at the bottom, and then the actual main light is on top. So yeah, it looks like it's a countdown to the next set of main lights actually. But again, a very big thank you to everybody that stopped by tonight, and just your company is always appreciated. So Kendra says, why is it important to know where the next lights are? Well, the thing is, if you know that, bear with me. Right, so I'm stopping here, bear with me now. I need to think. The countdown, yeah. I will explain that in a moment, actually. I want to see, so first of all, we're about 1.8 kilometers. So let's give it full dynamic brakes. That's using engine braking. And then I've just stuck in the train braking. No, I haven't. Locomotive. No, I haven't. Yeah, locomotive braking. And my work is no secret. Cool. Yeah, and I just respect people's privacy, Kendra, so thank you. And for everyone that doesn't know that Kendra, and I think all you guys do, that Kendra's a nurse, and she works many hours, and especially with the way things have been the past couple of years. So thank you for all your work there, Kendra. And it looks like I'm actually going to be going too slow here. What have we got? Oh, look at that, 12% incline. So that little 12 that's underneath the rear of the train, that shows you the percentage of incline. Or decline if you're going down a hill. So the reason it's important to know where the lights are is that, see, you have a look here on the right, you've got one green light at the top, that's the main light, which means go. Then the 2 green lights on the diagonal, that's actually telling you that you've got a distance signal coming up, so down here it's just showing you where the lights are. I'm not sure if it's important or not, but again, if you're jumping in and out the train, Not looking ahead. All pharmacist. And there's Kendra. Kendra gets botted with her nasty 2 hours. Yeah, the bot stopped you there, Kendra. Right, let's see if I can stop here. But equally, I know, let's say, I know you've had some busy times, my friend. Right. Oh, brake. Train brake, going too fast. Full brake everything here. Yeah, everybody get your feet out the doors. Oh my word. Oh, you know why I'm not stopping? Oh, stop. Yeah. No, Kendra. What disappoints is look how far away I am from the station. Oh my. Is there any of the train? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Really, the train is still there. That counts. That counts. Right, let's open the door and see how much complaining I get. Where's the door button? Hey, they're getting out. Yeah, the trouble with the controls is if I click outside of the simulator, the controls don't work. So I had the brakes on, but they weren't stopping anything. And it's all quiet. Simply because we're like 1/4 of a mile away from the station. It's a big train, this. Eek. Ah, well. So what's our next task? We've got quite a few. I think this is, I can't remember if this is a half-hour scenario or a 1 hour scenario. We've been going, oh wow, we've been going 60 minutes already almost. Mind you, most of that was me blabbing on the main screen, so. We've got one more stop after that. And Ziegen HBF, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, Kendra, but Ziegen something or other. I'm sure it's an abbreviation for something. Right, let's get going. Man. That was rather scary there, but and Dougal's back again. Simply like an apron position of an aircraft. I'm gonna have to Google that then, Kendra, thank you. Look at the views. Honestly, I really like it. But yeah, as I said, Kendra, can he get rid of me in his best Dougal McTavish Scottish accent? Awesome. Hauptbahnhof, main station of that town. Hauptbahnhof. I can't believe I used to live in Germany and my German is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Oh, and he's still there, he hasn't got off. For some reason I like this view. Diesel Dan, sorry it's been a quick visit mate, food's ready. You know what, it's always a pleasure mate, and I hope all is well with you and yours, and catch you later mate, and thanks for stopping by, Dan. But yeah, I love this view. I don't know, just what I was doing speed wise, I need to accelerate. I don't know, I just like it. We've all sat on trains looking out the window, haven't we? Hearing the clickety clack of the train. You should hear my English. I'm sure it's far better than my German. I was lazy, I hate to say it. As much as I like languages, I'm an electrical engineer, I can follow that, but when it comes to things like learning language and English and poetry and history and things like that, my mind wanders too much. And I lose focus on it very quickly actually. I would love to have learned it a little bit more. Dougal McTavish, hopeless with languages. You know what? We all have our niche, mate, don't we? Ah, right. I need to get the speed going. Here. Yeah, I mean, when I lived in Hong Kong, I tried to learn Chinese, and I was doing okay. And yeah, oh yes, Dougal, you might have saw my comment about. Oh, hang on, task list. Phew, for a minute there I thought I'd missed another station. Yeah, you saw my comment, didn't you, Dougal? It was true though, wasn't it, mate? It was true though. Right. So what have we got? We got 15 minutes before we need to stop, and we're in 100. Okay. Let's have a quick look outside again. I mean, look at this. You know, for a route and train from 2012, this is thoroughly enjoyable, you know. Looks like red is the popular colour at the back of the train there. They all seem to be wearing red. Oh, and the one in front. Oh, look at the cars. And we're doing 70. Let's get the speed up a wee bit here. So Kendra says, Dougal McTavish, if Caesar comes along, I can talk to him, at least say hi, Latin world language. Ah. Oh, that's Caesar. Okay. Oh, see the lights there. Okay, hang on, I need to jump in the front. Hang on, panic. Don't panic. Let's slow her down. So those two yellows means that the next stop is probably going to be a red, so let's get it down to 40. I'm glad I saw that, actually. I don't know if you saw that the two yellow lights with the white dot on it. And again, because the repeater signals only have green and yellow on it, two yellows indicate that the next one could be a stop. So first time chat from Outdoor Camp, please, from Agrar Frawley. Certainly, mate, certainly. And thank you very much for stopping by, mate. Very, very kind of you. There we go. And if you didn't catch it, mate, this is the and I've forgotten again, bear with me, I'm terrible with the names and stuff. What is it called? It's the Ruhr-Sieg line, and it's from 2012, so it's an old line. There you go, mate, outside look. Thanks for saying please, it's very very kind of you. Oh, look at the traffic, they're all stopped to watch the train as well. And we got two greens, there we go, let's get this thing going again. So I hope the day is treating you very well, Agra, and let's say thank you very much for stopping by. This is me in Train Simulator 2022, just having a bit of fun and having fun and a chat. What have we got speed wise? It is a, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but it is a 101. Yeah, it's the Deutschbahn 101. But I like it a lot, actually, for a note. Ah, yeah. Kendra, Ibuprofen 007 is also from Germany. She's in the chat. And very nice to see you, mate. So do you play the train simulator yourself, Agra, or? This is awesome. Bear with me, I'm just going to have a quick swig of my drink here. Alrighty. So, task list, what have we got? Pick up the last lot of passengers. And wow, 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, indeed, indeed, Ibuprofen. Welcome to the chat, mate. And I don't like to ask too often, but if anyone out there that isn't following, please feel free to hit the follow button. It doesn't cost anything, and you know, just feel free to hit it if you want, and if you don't, that's fine as well. Just glad to have your company. If you can put up with watching somebody drive a train badly, that is. And here we got remote sign. And here we have the repeater. And Kendra might help. So the repeater is generally when you would have a sign that's maybe too close around a corner or something. So the repeater, and there you go, see there's the sign in front of us. So if you were coming around that corner at the correct speed, and this was say on red, you wouldn't have time to stop. So that's why they have the repeater signs. And the repeater ones are the ones that on the diagonal with the white dot on them. And Kendra just gifted a sub to Agrar Frawley. Thank you very much, Kendra. You are very, very kind, my friend. So who are you asking, Agrar? Are you asking ibuprofen, or are you asking me? I can speak very, very, very little German. I think I learned enough to ask for chips and mayonnaise, and that was about it, really. Oh no, and Coke, a can of Coke. Oh wow, I'm not speeding, but I'm just about to head down a hill. And thank you very much for the follow, Agrar. That is very kind of you, mate. So for those of you that are out there lurking in the background, thank you very much. And I appreciate whether you chat in the chat or not. And I generally stream anything except Flight Simulator. And there's no real reason for that, but there's a lot of great streamers out there. And I mean, we've got Viper Strike who was here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat. And you know, he did some great streams on Flight Simulator, and Dougal McTavish there, he follows most of the flight simulators out there. But I don't know, there's so many, and I'm speeding. Must not keep announcing I'm speeding. Oh no, I'm not. Wow, there's a novelty. Let's keep that up for a wee minute. But yeah, I enjoy other other sims as well. I enjoy all the flight sims, X-Plane and MSFS. I even still have Prepared 3D as well, which I play. But I like the truck simulators and train simulators. And you know, I just decided that I would start streaming these last year, and now I am. I'm not going to announce that I'm speeding. I might think it out loud, that's all. There we go. So if I missed anything in the chat, please feel free to retype it. Your first impression was the bus simulator. Yeah. You know what, Agrar, I don't actually have any favourites, mate, and I know this may sound a little bit... I don't know, I mean, I could give you a generic. I love the shunters. I love the old diesel shunters. And I love the classics. You know, any of the old diesel trains I love, mate. But again, to actually say if I had a favourite, I'm not really sure, my friend. The BR218, yeah, that's a nice one. Well, thank you, Jumanica. He says, fantastic streams those were. You know what, my friend, I really appreciate the comment, mate. Kendra says, when you take off to the tracks, it's a combination of a flight train sim. Yeah, hopefully you'll never see me take off on the tracks. Dougal says, don't have the space to keep my truck or racing hardware alongside my flight sim controls. The Class 8, says Jepson. Yeah. I don't know, I promised, now I can never remember his name because he keeps changing it. You probably already know who I'm talking about. And that is Scotland. Because he changes his name every time he does a new flight. And that guy is just incredible amount of flight sim that he does. And I promised him that I would do a steam train sim for him, but I just haven't got around to that. And only because the controls, I don't really understand how they work very well. But yeah, any classic train, especially the old diesels, I like. And the Class 8, the old shunters and stuff, yeah. Train Sim World Player German. Hey, hello my friend. And here you go, Guten Tag, wie geht's? So that's about my German. That and how to order beer. So this is wonderful. We've got 3 people from Germany here. Wow, what speed am I doing? Yeah, speeding. And Alison Johnson. We're just talking about great people who flight sim, and here's Alison Johnson in the chat as well. Wow. So I've got a button. Let me see if this works. Hey. Oh, I need to watch the train as well, actually. And the Winged Llama. Well, I'm half Canadian because I've still got relatives in the Canadian Mounted Police. The Winged Llama, wow. We've got new people in the chat, old friends in the chat. This is a wonderful day. Thank you, guys and girls. Thank you. And I just did a shout out there for Alison. I think it worked. Yeah, check it, Alison Johnson. I've got buttons for that, so I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you, honestly. Yep, oh wow, I'm really speeding. So this is why I turned off the points. Fantastic bit of crack today, says JW. Welcome back. Alison, you know what? Hang on. Task list. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. Shut up, simulator. Thank you. You know what? I've been meaning to come back to streaming for such a long time. And as I said, I get nervous. I just get nervous doing it, and it's like I kept putting it off, and you know, it's like a lot of things, you put it off. There you go, Viper's still in the chat. Hello, mate. Let's see if I've got a Viper Stripe on here. There we go, shout for Viper. So yeah, both Viper and Alison have got great streaming channels if any of you guys want to follow them as well. And if you want to follow me, don't cost a penny. So thank you. I really was not expecting this many people today, so thank you everybody. And the Wing Llama says, we're glad you're back, at least there's no pressure from a freeze cam. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't know, I've said it before, I mean, I'm in 3 bands. You know, I'm the microphone guy in my rock band. I'm quite happy standing up in front of people, but I don't know, just sitting here with a camera as well as a microphone, I don't know, I just can't do it. So Alison says she's watching from Stockholm. Wow. And Kendra, missed you and the bus sims with Annalisa. Yes, you know what, I definitely will be streaming the bus again, for sure. Dougal McTavish, Shimmix McNeil, consider the stuff we used to do, and yet, yeah. You know, myself and Dougal have a common heritage, and we'll leave it at that. And yeah, we get nervous on stream talking to people. It's very strange. Yeah, me and Dougal used to get up to some interesting stuff, and not together, of course. 13 spectators. Thank you, Agrar. Right, where am I stopping? Yep. How can I be speeding? See, that's another thing with this route. As I said, it's an old one. Sometimes the route doesn't know what speed you're supposed to be doing. Train Sim World Player German. That's a cracking name, mate. I like that you drive this classic, and it was my first train simulator add-on. Wow. Yeah, you know what, my friend, I read a lot of complaints about this route just because it's an old 2012 route, but I love it. You know, to me, simming is about just capturing the atmosphere. I mean, look at the scenery there on the right and everything. You know, I hadn't not played this since I bought it, and for $9, you know, it's $9 US. It's right. Where am I stopping? Task list. 5 kilometers. We're good to go. So do you still play Train Simulator 2022, or because from your name it's Train Sim World, do you still play them both, mate, or just stick to one? Let's get it back under speed. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely one of the easier. See that 1 mile or 1 kilometre above and it starts telling you off. I don't think I would have the patience to stream this and try and be as accurate as I'd like to be. So Train Sim World Player German says, I just like the Intercity. Ah, right. Interregio and Intercity. Agar says, do you have only Train Sim or do you have other Train Sims? No, I've got Train Sim World as well, mate. And yeah, I've got a bucket load of DLC for that and a bucket load of DLC for this one as well. But as Ibuprofen was mentioning earlier, I stream the bus simulator, also truck simulator as well when I get back around to it. But I thought it was my first foray back into streaming again, and I've been playing with Train Simulator 2022. I thought I'd just use this one, just because it's all set up and I know it's working. But I was looking at trains, and that's with a Z at the end, or a Z at the end, but I don't have the money to keep buying DLC for more than 2 train simulators, and multiple flight simulators, and truck simulators and bus simulators. I've also got the tram simulator as well, and the tram simulator update, which was Vienna and Munich. So, but I don't really understand what I'm doing there. You can change the points and so on inside the tram, or you can get out and change the points, but I never quite fully understand what I'm doing. Jay Winokur says sim is an expensive hobby. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. And let me have a... I'm sure... There we go. I knew I had a button for Jay Winokur. There we go, my friend. So Jay Winokur also streams many different sims out there. He does a lot of like RPGs out there, so a lot of the newer ones. When I say RPGs, I'm talking about like first-person shooters with RPG elements. So make sure you go and pay Jay Winokur a visit as well. Right, task list. Oh, and I'm stopping here. Okay. You notice the sort of sound of surprise in my voice when I go, oh, we're stopping here? So, right, less than a kilometre, well, almost half a kilometre. Let's get those brakes on. Munich, please, Munich. Wow, thank you, Kendra. And Agrar says, I play TS2022. Nice. Alright, okay. Oh, yes. I'm talking to myself out loud, if that makes sense, which I shouldn't really be doing on a stream. So, way too fast. Let's get these brakes on. Let's get all the brakes on. Alright, guys. Feet out the doors, handbags out. That probably didn't make sense, but what I meant was that would add friction. Right, the Winged Llama. Nah, I wish I had your commentary skills. Well, I've actually had a scotch, mate. Dutch Courage. So that actually helped quite a bit. Oh, I need to open the doors. Hang on. I do jest. I have had a scotch. But yeah, I was a wee bit nervous. But seeing all you guys and girls out there is just made me relax so much. Right, doors. Where's my door button? And outside view, which was requested earlier. Where are they? Are the doors open? Yeah. Of course they're open. If you have a look at that, the HUD down at the bottom, Kendra, you'll see that little red bar that's moving left to right. Do you have the Ice One add-on? I think I do, mate. The reason why I'm saying I think I do, I'm one of these people that constantly buy DLC on sale and then forget what I've got. So I think I do. So well done. You completed the Euro... Well done. You completed the Eurocity's journey to Siegen. I was going to say Saigon, but I'm probably... And I'm living by the way. Not a problem, mate. You know, not a problem. Thank you for, you know, you're being nice, you're being polite. That's all that matters, mate, you know, and you're having fun. It's great to have some youngsters out here, so good to see you, mate. Let's have a look. Okay, so Siegen, I'm going to pronounce it on time. The passengers were impressed. All right, Agrar, take care, mate. Yeah, I'll see you later. Where they build Audis. I'm 11. Did I miss anything? That does help. Yeah, Yeah, and the winged llama. You know what? There we go. I knew I had a button for the winged llama. And the winged llama does some great streams out there as well. And he does mainly, I'm saying mainly, he's a real world pilot. And I hope you don't mind me mentioning that. The winged llama is a real world pilot. And he does X-Plane a lot. And No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous. So, feel free to jump in and give him a follow as well. So, and chats. This is awesome that the chat is going so quick. I can't keep up. And Derjo1980, welcome, mate. In the I think you're telling me that we're near. Welcome to the chat. It's very, very nice to see you there. So Kendra, when I say Kendra, guys, that's ibuprofen 007. On time, better than the Deutschbahn. Well, you know what? I think every train company in the world is renowned for being late, whether they're late or not, So, and this is the Deutschbahn one that I'm driving. So Winged Llama says, thanks. I'm a follow. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Derjo says hi. And where do we go? Right. So the passengers were impressed. I need to do a snapshot of that, don't I? I thoroughly enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. That was cool. I never quite know where that shows up. So what did it say? Unlocked München Rosenheim. Driver Part 1. Targets complete. 4 out of 4. Stopped at whatever. Added, removed, whatever. Picked up passengers 4 out of 4. Picked up freight. Stopped at... Oh, okay. So there's sometimes... I picked up the passengers anyway. Okay, here we go. Operational errors. Speeding 24 times. See what I mean? Improper use of the horn 4 times. I mean, passenger comfort level exceeded 0.007% of the time. I think my passengers must have been a bunch of drunk soccer players sleeping through that, I think. Yeah, Winged Llama just being efficient. Yep. Dougal McTavish whoops 24 times. Yeah. It really is hard to do. I mean, I struggle. I was going to use the chat as an excuse, but I can't because I struggle to keep on time. Anyway, so I am going to probably do another one. Let's see, Jay Winokur, they were visiting the drinks car. They're probably, as ibuprofen mentioned earlier about getting the cardboard out and sleeping on it, probably if we went back to the drinks car, they're probably all fast asleep there anyway. So, right, well, I'm going to take a few minutes break. Just top up on the Diet Coke, and you're more than welcome to hang around. I'm going to do another train sim, probably still on the Ruhr-Sieg line, and please hang around if you want, and I will be back in a few minutes. And let me see if this button works, because again, these buttons have never been pressed in anger in such a long time. So here we go, back in a minute.
Too shy for love. I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. But I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Scared, the feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know
I'm spinning in side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side.
Alrighty then. I was trying to think about which word to use when I come back, so it ended up as alrighty then. So, what have we got in the chat? Let's see where we got caught up, and then I'll go through what I'm going to do next. Right, so what have we got? Scott, and Scott is Old Veteran 965, for those of you that don't know him. He says, for in-country, I prefer train. I know he's talking to ibuprofen. I like to look at the countryside and have more leg room. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's just more comfortable. For long trips, then yes, fly. Yeah, flying is... anyone that says flying is glamorous obviously travels business or first class, because I find it the most miserable thing ever. And I've actually got a flight booked. I'm going back to Scotland next month. So I'll go from here, and for those of you that don't know, I live in America, so I'm going from St. Louis to Washington, D.C., Washington, D.C. to Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt back to Edinburgh. I really don't care about all the layovers and stopovers and all the rest of it. It's just the way it is now. I used to be able to I used to be able to fly direct from Newark to Edinburgh. But flying is fairly miserable. I mean, I'm glad I can just sit there like a mushroom on the chair. I can just sit there for 8, 10, 12 hours and not even move. Otherwise, I think I would get very, very anxious on an aeroplane. So, what have we got? Scott, Old Veteran, says, split for first class on the ICE. Nothing but the best for my missus. You know what, mate? Once in a while, it's nice to do that. I was actually trying to get to fly business class for work, and they would never wear it, I thought, please, at least once in my life, let me fly first class. But yeah, to those of the people that I've spoken to that have done that, it's an incredible experience, But you know what? You pay for it. So, Derjo 1980, flying is cheaper than using the train. You know what? I think it really depends on where you are, mate. Some hop, skips and a jump, or in some of the shorter routes, it's just hard to tell, mate. It really is hard to tell. Because I know in the UK, train travel is extremely cheap, and I get veterans discount as well, and... So again, I think it really depends on where you are. But yeah, good point. Sometimes it is cheaper. And ibuprofen prefers the time saving, or I drive myself. And you know what's funny? For us non-Americans, I know living in America, they'll drive for 2 or 3 days and think nothing of it, just because they're used to the size of the country. But Germany and Scotland and the UK and many other countries are fairly small. And for us, a 5-hour drive is like, if you drive for 5 hours, you've hit another country. And I'm sure that Old Veteran, I mean, how long would it take to drive from one end of Texas to the other? Probably several days, So again, it's, I don't like driving anything more than 5 hours either, to be honest. What have we got? So, ibuprofen, last time I was using a train was outside Hamburg. Wow, nice. I don't think I ever used the train service when I lived in Germany. I think I need to remember back. I lived in Bielefeld, and I always used to drive on the autobahns, and it was never too much problem. When you're young, distance isn't a big deal. Now as I'm a wee bit older, I'm thinking I'd probably use the train a wee bit more. Stream elements again being a pain. I need to sort those timers out, and I'll do that later. What else have we got? What else have we got? I'll let you catch up on the chat, because you know what? A stream is nothing without people chatting or watching, you know, so I like to try and catch up with you guys and girls. It saves a lot of time, says Dershow. He's looking for a trip from Stuttgart to Hamburg and using the ICE to Hamburg, and back cost me around €200 and a plane about 130. Nice. Yeah. Again, Dershow, like I say, it really depends on where you are, you know. Supply and demand a lot of the time. And I think we're caught up. Oh, Dougal got an upgrade on Emirates. Have you any of you guys seen the latest advert for Emirates with the stewardess standing on top of the I think it's the biggest building in the United Arab Emirates. So there's too many R's in there for us Scots to try and get our head around. The United Arab Emirates. And she's standing on top of this building with a plaque out, and they've just did an upgraded advert, and they've got I think it's an aircraft, don't ask me which. They've got an aircraft flying behind her. It's about half a mile away. Beautiful advert, and yeah, I would love to fly on their airlines. For anyone that doesn't know, it's like very, very luxurious, you know, very, very luxurious. Meanwhile, I stick to cabin class in United Airlines. Hey, it gets me from A to B, so I'm happy. Okay, so we just did the sleep tight. And I'm thinking about doing this guy here. It's called Ghost Train. I'll just check the stream, you guys can see it. Yeah, it's still on the Ruhr-Sieg line, and still using the BR101. But it says 55 minutes, and it says you're taking control of the DB101 on a routine passenger service to Altena. Altena? I'm not sure you would pronounce that. But as it's Halloween, okay, you should expect the unexpected. 55 minutes in medium difficulty. Alison, you're a star. Thank you very much. Your Wi-Fi died. Well, thank you very much for the subscription. That is very kind of you, my friend. This is awesome. And Alison, you should have heard me when I started the stream. Oh, my buttons changed. Sorry, one of my buttons just went back to normal. How long have I been streaming? Hang on. Anyway, when I started the stream earlier, I was like a little kid in a sweet shop, because everybody that I was chatting to before, all my friends, all you guys and girls, all are all out there, and we've got some new friends out there as well that joined. And 3 from Germany, if you include Kendra. So, yeah. So thank you for the sub. That's very kind of you. And I was just going to do a quick command here. I don't know why I'm chicken like a chicken. Bear with me. I think I'm impersonating a keyboard. There we go. What have we got? 1.5 hours. Wow. Goodness me. I'm just curious, because I've got a little timer on my Stream Deck that normally tells me how long I've been doing streaming. So Kendra ibuprofen says the stewardess of the Emirates on the highest building. Yes. Oh, is it really? So she's not a stewardess then? I don't care. It looks cool anyway. But yeah, I think you would have to be a stunt woman to do that, to be honest. But yeah, I thought it was a very impressive advert regardless. It's well, thank you for clarifying that. You clarified what you did, and now you've clarified me, but it's a stunt woman, so we're having a good day here. Derjo 1980, yeah, I love drive-by train, and my money I love more. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the only problem with simming, whether it's flight simming, train simming, bus simming, tram simming, you get the point, is DLC costs money. You know, it's, yeah. Don't know where I was going with that. Anywho, so let's get the train started. Otherwise, I could be here blabbing my mouth all day here, actually. So we're going to try it. I never quite know what this difficulty means, to be honest. Oh my God, it's Seamus. Oh my God, it's Pilot Peely. Oh, it's the Seamus. I've got a... Okay. It's the Seamus. I didn't realise it was the Seamus. That's cracking. Hello, my friend. And let me have a look. I'm trying to... There we go. See, I did all these buttons for you guys. I just press a button and it gives a shout out. For anyone that doesn't know Pilot Peely, he streams every Thursday, 1300 Zulu time. As does, let's say, I think I've already given a shout out to Alison, but and Pilot Peely just subscribed. You guys are awesome. You know that? Honestly. Yeah, 1900. What did I say? 1300. Oh, it's 1300 my time. Yeah. Again, I live in America, so our time zones are a wee bit out. So yeah, 1900 Zulu on Thursdays, and Pilot Peely streams MSFS. So if any of you guys, and you can all join in as well if anybody wants to go and pay him a visit. So Jefferson 2001 says most of the Emirates cabin crew who feature in adverts are models, not cabin crew. You're ruining my fantasy here. I thought that all stewardesses and pilots were all stuntmen, you know. So obviously I was wrong. So okay, stream elements. Yep. So right. Okay, what have we got? Pilot Peely. Hello, everybody. Fancy seeing everyone else here too. Yeah, and you know what, Pilot Peely? We got some new friends here as well. We got some new people from Germany as well, and Ibuprofen. I don't know if you know Ibuprofen 007 or not. You probably do, actually. Everybody knows Ibuprofen. Right, and I'm not clicking buttons here, am I? Which I should be doing. Well, very nice to see you, mate. Very nice to see you, and he does know Ibuprofen. Excellent. Ibuprofen, I annoyed so many in real life pilots on another Discord server and asked questions about their advertisement. How could you annoy anybody, Kendra? That's funny. So that's how you know. Well, that's awesome. And you know what? Again, it doesn't matter, does it? You know, I mean, they're still real people. They're still, you know, right? It's, but yeah, the Emirate. I just love the adverts regardless. Alright, and I've still not clicked that button. Okay, so we're doing the Ghost Train, BR 101, the Deutsche Bahn 101, Tank Control, blah blah blah. We've been through here before, I know, that was like 10 minutes ago. So let's hit start. And I've never done this before. I know some of the scenarios are broken. Hopefully not this one. Oh, look at that, the Pantalina came up on its own, or the pantograph. Right, good evening. There are no problems to report at the moment. They should have an exclamation mark after that. You should have a clear run to Altena. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce Altena. It doesn't sound very German the way that I'm saying it, does it? Good luck and don't get spooked. Alright, let's have a look at the task list. Task list, just pick up the passengers in 8 minutes at Plettenberg 1. Alright. Wow. Deserted. The place is deserted. Another call, be right back, says Dougal. Alright, I think I've caught up with everybody. Yep, Pilot Peely, Ellison, thank you. And again, let's see, guys and girls, thank you for the subs, and if you want to hit the follow button costs nothing, and you know, it just helps me out, as you say, just makes me feel loved, if you wish. If not, just enjoy the stream and stay there in the background. That's all that matters, that you're having a grand day. And I need to jump on the train and get moving. Right, task list, driver's cab. Yeah, I've got so many buttons I never quite remember which one does which, but I know I need to move. Brakes off, reverser. And what the reverser does, it basically, it makes you go forward or back. And they call it the reverser. And so I need to make sure I'm forward. There we go. In fact, I'll show you, Kendra. There we go. This is for you. So there's the reverser in neutral. There's the reverser fully back. And there's the reverser fully... Really, it's got 3 positions. Forward, back, or neutral. And you have to set that to give the train direction, of course. So, anyway. Right. Brakes off. Get moving. And I'm going to sound the horn just because. Oh, lights. Are the lights on? Let's have an external view. There we go. Let's get moving. Right, just scanning the chat, just make sure I've got caught up. And if I do miss something, guys and girls, please feel free to repost it. You know, if it's something like important, like the weather, or cat stuck up a tree or something, you know. Feel free to share. Look at that. You know, and I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. For a 2012 scenario, there is confusion as the lights briefly flicker and the rear 2 carriages totally lose power. The guard ushers passengers towards the front of the train. After you've stopped at the Plettenberg platform, pull into Plettenberg North 11 for further instructions. Oh. Anybody got a clue what I'm supposed to do? Looks like I'm stopping anyway. So it says stop at Plettenberg North 11. So pick up the passengers at Plettenberg 1. Right. Alison Johnson, you are an absolute star. She's gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Wow. Thank you. And if you're in the chat, please make sure you thank Alison for that. That's wonderful, my friend. Wow. Thank you. That is wonderful. Yeah. Very generous indeed, Kendra. Absolutely. Legend, says Jay Winokur. Yep. Wow. Dougal McTavish, the legend, Alison Johnson, be at it again. Yes. Or do we call you Amelia these days, Alison? For anybody that doesn't know, Alison follows the legendary Amelia Earhart journeys that she's done, and she has them on her Twitch stream. And who's the other lady that you try to mimic in regards to the flights that they've done? Amy Johnson, that's it. Amelia Earhart and Amy Johnson. So please make sure you go and show some love and follow Alison Johnson as well there, if you're interested in flight simming, that is. Alright, let's get rid of the task list. Sorry about that. Let's get rid of that. So what do we got? We've got 4 minutes before I need to stop at Plettenberg. Alright. Alison Johnson, anything as long as it's nice. That's it, exactly. Exactly. It's like Pilot Peely called me the Seamus earlier, which was which was rather amusing. There can be only one. It's like the Highlander, isn't it? Alright. I'm getting rather nervous about this, actually, because it says I need to pull in, so it looks like maybe some of the trains got damaged. We shall see. Because I've never, like I said, I've never done this scenario before. This is, oh, speeding. There we go. Nice one. And I'm not sure if I thanked Scott. Olveter965. I can't remember if I thanked you or not, mate, but you resubscribed as well, so thank you for that, mate. So what are you doing in Stockholm, Alison, if I can ask? You over there on vacation? With the... I'm speeding, hang on. Speeding quite a lot, actually. My colleagues were impressed with me getting us around with my Swedish. Nice. Yeah, now if you want to talk to someone who loves languages, Alison Johnson loves her languages. That's nice. You know, that's the thing about learning languages, is being able to use it in context rather than, you know, reading from a book or listening to a CD or something. It's nice. It's one place I've never been. Well, one of the many places I've never been. Alright, so what have we got? We've got 4 minutes before I need to stop, so... Work trip, nice. Yeah, I had a couple of work trips scheduled, but then the penny pinchers said, no, you're an electrical engineer, your role does not require you to travel, and they cancelled my flight, even though I had the tickets in my hand, and the tickets were non-refundable, so any trips I ever had were got cancelled due to the the bean counters. So Alison Johnson said, normally it takes me a few days to get the brain tuned to speak properly. Yeah, I used to work in Latin America region, and I was actually able to speak enough Spanish. Now, don't ask me now, but I was able to speak enough Spanish to get by. You know, tell them like, you know, I'm not American, I'm from Scotland, I'm an engineer and things like that, and what I needed. But again, it's like you're saying, getting your brain in tune. But it can also be very embarrassing, says Kendra. Yes. Yeah, you think you're saying something properly, and it's like all of a sudden you like, oh, that was the wrong word. Okay, 2 minutes. I'm intrigued here as to what's actually going to go wrong with this scenario. Right, I'm going down a hill. Let's get some dynamic braking going. Ibuprofen, if you think you're safe and other parts assumes you're not speaking that language. Yes. Yeah. Make sure to take... Oh, stream elements, go away. Alright. I remember the first time I heard a Welshman talk, and I'd never been out of Scotland, and he was talking English, and I actually thought he was talking Welsh. I could not understand the word he was saying. And again, about getting your head into gear about the language, it took me a few minutes to actually realise he was talking English. I think, you know, I was 18, and I think every second sound was what? Huh? What? Huh? And I think he eventually figured out, even though he was talking English, I had no clue what he was saying. Okay, so this one I think is just pick up the passengers. Alrighty. And the reason I'm staying with the DB101 at the moment is I'm sort of used to it, and I'm used to the braking on it, and I think I know it, if that makes sense. And I probably should not be just putting on the that's the dynamic braking on, and I got the locomotive braking on.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Oh.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I don't know if you can interpret that, any of the German speakers out there, but that my alerter went off. I've no idea what it said though. And ibuprofen said it's the same with North-South Germany, especially outside the cities. Yeah, you know, I think it's the same in any country, isn't it? I mean, you take East and West Scotland, and then you go up the Highlands, it's all the different dialects. Yeah, so that chap announcing the alerter went off, and I had to press it. I mean, third person controlling the train. Huh. I wonder what that means. Oh, it doesn't translate very well. I'm not quite sure. It was alerting me to something. Probably a literal translation doesn't fit for that, perhaps. It was alerting me to something, but again, I was daydreaming. Influence of the train. Oh, brake, James, brake, James, brake. Yeah, because I know that if it did not hit the alert key, then the train would have went into emergency brake. So I'm going to leave it there. Let's open the doors, see what happens. Doors. There we go. Right. So Derjo 1980 says, yeah, the control center can influence your train by the computer when he sees a problem on your track. Ah, got you. So it really was alerting me to something. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys and girls. I've never really looked at the German signals very much, and their safety systems. I know they've got SIFA, and I can't remember what the other one is. They've got different safety systems anyway. And the okay, let me read this. Now that boarding is complete, head to Plettenberg North 11. And so I guess I really should read up on that. Let's have a look at the map. So where are we? Center on player. Now then. So the blue line is where all these points, these little dots are the points. So I'm hoping it's going to take me to Plettenberg 11. I don't want to see. This is where I don't want to mess up now. Show task. Yeah, I always take way too long at looking at this. So go via Plettenberg Gate 5. So that's Plettenberg Gate 5, which is this guy. Okay. I'll try not to make you guys and girls motion sick here. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. So, show task. You know, it's show me the task is the go via. You know what, let's do that. Let's just use the go via. And the go via just means go via this point. And they use it mainly for cargo as such, but they sometimes use it to help you get through the where you're supposed to be heading. So what do we got? I don't like the fact that I've got 2 red lights ahead as well. I'm hoping this is not one that's going to end up broken. You know what? I think the doors are shut. Let's have a look outside. Head out view. Wrong side. Yep, there we go. Head out view. Driver's cab. I'm going to trickle forward slowly. Once I let the brakes off, that is. There we go. But yeah, see, we've got the 2 red lights there. So what I'll do is I'll pull forward a wee bit, and then I'll actually pull up the map again and have a quick look. In fact, you know what? Paranoia is getting the better of me here. So what I'm going to do is have a quick look at the map. So center on player. Yes, this is definitely getting me. I'm trying to see if there's something coming, but I can't actually see anything. See, there's nothing there. That would make this be a red. I've been reading a couple of things about it, and it says basically, you know, if you trickle through some of these, that does help. But let me. Oh, there we go. I didn't look far enough. There we go. So that's good. So we do have a valid red then. Okay. That's the thing when you read on the internet about things being broken. What I should have done is actually been specific about what it was that was actually broken, and before actually making an assumption that was a false red. So there we go. Let's have a look. So we've got 12 people out there. That's nice. Thanks, guys. It's hope. Let's say, as I always say, I hope the day is treating you all well. It's yeah, they're digging up holes outside my house at the moment. I'm not sure if they're laying a new pipe or just clearing block pipes or whatever they're doing, but they've got huge amounts of diggers and all the rest of it out there. I hear something. Well, I see lights, but I don't see the train. Well, that's interesting. It's the ghost train. There we go. Yeah. That was interesting. But at least now we know why the lights are at red anyway. Yep, he's still there. You're never going to... Oh, there it is. Interesting. Stealth train. There we go. Very cool. Right, carry, no, it's carry front view. There we go, we're still on red. I'm going to trickle forward a wee bit. Passengers seem very mesmerised. Yeah, they really do, and I think that's normal for this. Actually, the Dennis G, how you? Oh, yeah. That's so funny because we were talking about everybody loves to hate Microsoft about an hour ago. How you doing, buddy? I hope all is well with you, mate. The mission's called Ghost Train or not? Yeah. It's. I'm just more worried about these red lights that are not changing. Let's have a look at the map again. Center on player. Be right back. Kettle is on. Need to make a cuppa. No problem, mate. So I'm hoping this is not one of the broken ones. Yeah, right. Anybody got any cards with them? So there we are. We're supposed to go via this. But we got this red light. And I don't, mind you, I said it earlier, didn't I? And there was another train coming. I guess I could always Google it, but I'm not going to. Not just yet. Not just yet. I'm going to assume that this could be broken. Interesting. I'll give it a couple of minutes, I think, actually. It's got ETA, but that's to arrive via the Plettenberg Gate 5. We're supposed to be there in 2 minutes, but we've got these two red lights. Plettenberg North is in the middle section. Yes, oh, Plettenberg North is in the middle section. Yeah. But it's these red lights that I'm looking at. Do you have to pull back and use another track? You know, I don't think so. Oh, you know what? No. You know what? Let's have a look. I don't think so, mate. So show task. See, the task is over here. I go via Plettenberg, and we've got the blue line going all the way up there. I think. Let me just check here, because where is Plettenberg Gate 5? Plettenberg North. Plettenberg North. Plettenberg Gate 7. Gate 6. Yeah, welcome to the world. Yeah, stop in the middle. Welcome to the world of confusion. See, this is Plettenberg North. See, see, there we go. Plettenberg Gate 5 is here. See, I'm assuming that it's set correctly. I'm assuming that this is set correctly. You know what? Let's do it. Yep, because we can't sit here all day. So when you say a little back, you mean reverse, or what do you mean, Derjo? Can you elaborate, ibuprofen? I'm not following. Middle, a little back, middle, stop in the middle. You mean move forward and stop in the middle? Yeah, reverse from the picture. Okay, well, you know what? Let's try it, mate. Let's try that. So, we've got nothing to lose, have we? Yeah, and yeah, music is provided by me because there is no music, in case anybody was wondering. So, See, it's not just Microsoft Flight Simulator that breaks. But it's all good. It's all good. Let me pull forward, Kendra. I'll be with you in a moment. So he says where you were showing the tracks. You were scrolling beyond number 11. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I get you now. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually trying to see if there was a reason why these lights were at red. Winged Llama says, at least there aren't weekly 10 gigabit scenery updates. Yes. One thing I think I've turned off is the ability for running a red light to actually stop your progress. Because, yeah, I would run red lights many a time. Due to my bad driving, actually. So I'm going to pull forward here. You know, if anybody's really bored and interested enough, this is the Ruhr-Sieg line in Germany. Go and have a Google and see if you can find out what the problem is. Right, stop here for a second. Oh. All right. So let's have a look at the map again, because this is starting to, not annoy, but starting to be, you know, it's like, I don't mind doing it, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. So here we go. So here's the blue line. This is where we are now. We're on Plettenberg 1, platform 1, I guess. I don't know. We're stuck behind a red light. Yeah, and see that? So the blue line goes all the way up to Plettenberg Gate 5. See, these are yards. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we've got this red light, unless we've got more invisible trains. Oh, you know what? Ah, okay. Do you remember earlier it said that the lights were dodgy? On that announcement? I say go for it. Yep. What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? Let's go for it. So let's go via the Plettenberg Gate 5. If you look down at the HUD display in the bottom, it says go via that. So I'm hoping this isn't going to wish me luck. Seen one red light, you've seen them all. Yeah. So once I get to Plettenberg Gate 5, I'm probably going to be alright, actually. Famous last words. That wasn't a red light, it was still an amber. Right, let's not speed here, Seamus. So what I'm going to do is this is the go via point. If I pull up the task list, you see it says go via to Plettenberg North 11. Well done, proceed to your next objective. See that? All that talk about nothing. If I'd have just went through the red light, officer, I was only trying to get to where I was trying to get to. Yeah. Wow. So we spent 20 minutes discussing whether or not I should run a red light there, guys and girls. So. But that was a rather interesting break, to be honest. It's as long as it doesn't. Well, I'm saying it doesn't really matter. The only thing that I care about is that the scenario stops. And like I said, I think I've turned that off so that it'll give me penalties for running a red light. But I think that could be one of the broken ones. So here we are, Plettenberg North 11. Jeez. All that hot air about nothing. So stop here. Alrighty. Let's get to the middle. My goodness me, that was rather stressful. For all the wrong reasons. Do I run the red light? Do I not run the red light? Alrighty. Alrighty. And like I said, I've never done this scenario before, so I have no clue what we're supposed to even be doing here. other than stopping. It's a bit quiet, isn't it? Isn't that when somebody goes, it's too quiet? Alright, the passengers have been relocated to the front carriages, but the stricken carriages need to be dropped off for emergency maintenance. Uncouple the rear two carriages and then continue your journey. Yes. So, uncouple the rear two carriages. So, if you have a look now, I've got the full interface. I could actually jump out the cab and walk and then uncouple it, but I think... Yeah, here we go. I can do it from here. So, and I do apologise, you don't have the mouse actually showing on the stream. Borrow my big hammer, says Dougal. Yes. A big hammer. So uncouple the last two. So there we go. Right. With the coaches detached, you can continue with the scheduled stops. The guard reports to you that one of the ghost hunters saw an apparition. I hope you guys have got your lights all turned off. This is getting creepy. The guard reports to you that one of the ghost hunters saw an apparition before the carriages lost power. You laugh it off. Ha 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 ha! Oh. And put it down to something or other. I was too busy laughing it off. Okay. So I think we are good to go. Task list. Go via Plettenberg Gate 7. Oh, we've got another train. Oh, we see it this time. Look at that. See, this is what I love about these sims. They're just, I don't know, just awesome. Okay, task list, there we go. Go via Plettenberg Gate 7, and I'm going to check the map because, again, look at this. Show task. Plettenberg via 7, so we got it all in blue. That means we've got a continuous track all the way through. That's the... Or is that where we're heading? Yeah, there we go. We're on the right track. Excellent. Okay, things are looking up. I should have actually, if I'd known I was going to do a Halloween stream or a Halloween scenario, I would have actually had the music going. So I don't know, guys and girls out there, let me know, do you prefer just being able to hear me and, well, not in that order, do you prefer being able to hear me, turn the lights on as well, hear the train sounds, or would you actually like some music? I don't know, that's just, I like to hear the sounds of the trains myself. Both. I could sing, perhaps, Dougal. Oh, so this is a go via Plettenberg. Oh, okay, looks like we're coming up to some buffers as well. Best not go too quick. Alright. I'm actually focusing here, Dougal. Bear with. Doesn't happen often. Oh, 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 oh. Stop. Right, player has left the path. Game over in 38 seconds. Oh, you pig. Yeah, I take it that no was for the fact that the game over is in 28 seconds, not the fact that I was going to sing there, Dougal. Or it could have been, no, I don't believe we're going to hear your excellent voice. Wow, so I was on the wrong path. After all that, good grief. Right, centre player. Show task. Huh? Oh, I'm on the. I am really on the wrong track. How did that happen? Never mind. Well, I know how it happened. It was finger problems. The player has left the path to Werdal 1. Game over. Error. Ah, well. Right. Well, you know what? Let's have a quick look at what have I been. Wow. 2.25 hours. I'm just curious. Again, it's like the time just goes so fast. So I think I'm going to call it a day there, guys. That was actually quite enjoyable. I will do that one again. And I just want to thank everybody for stopping by and saying hello. And also to the new people that we haven't spoken to before, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. And like I say, I'll be streaming Train Simulator and maybe Bus Simulator and any other, everything but Flight Simulator. But thanks everybody for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. Please hit the follow button if you haven't, if you want to, and have a wonderful day. Thanks everybody. Take care and bye bye for now.
It's plain and simple, dear. I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn. Your pawn. Your pawn. My love was never a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away. But I can promise that you'll never be the same. But I can promise that you'll never be the same. You can double down. I'll still be a proud haven for your love is never love. A river through your bluff, I will be enough, enough, enough. My love was never a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away. But I can promise that you'll never be the same. It's something you can never take, but it's not uncommon to forsake. Got a chronic urge to complicate. Think of love like a friend, not an enemy. Feeling I have nothing left to hide. I'll say what you know it when it's right. Keep it simple now, living it before I die. Think of love like a friend, not an enemy. My love